Okay, so I'm not sure if you guys remember this game.
What makes Arise different from other Roblox games? Like, we have the best everything. This sounds crazy, but it does matter. We literally, look at the screen right now, look at this. I'm sure you guys can see the quality of this animation. We have the best everything. Our animator won a contest for being the best animator in the entire USA. So he's one of the best animators in America. That's how good our team is.
However, I've spoken about it quite a few times this year and last year. And if you ever listen to anything I say, I told you guys this game is never going to come out. This game's a myth. And the whole concept of the game is just built on false hype. Now, the original reason I say this is because when these TikTok clips were coming out and it was trending, it was all talk and no sneaks. And when there was sneaks, it was always cutscenes. It was never gameplay, it was always cutscene. Now, what do I always tell you guys? If a game sneaks its only images and cutscenes and 5-second panels of the map, the game is shit. The game is crud, right? And I'm sorry to cuss so soon into the video. However, you guys should know this by now. Now, this game started development sometime in 2024. God knows, probably even before that. You know, unstoppable development team and all of those things of that nature. And when I first criticized this game, everybody was telling me, Agz, you're hating. Agz, the game is gonna have two different projects. It's gonna be a Battlegrounds game and a RPG game. It's going to be made into an RPG game later. First of all, why is it taking over a year to make a Battlegrounds game? Isn't that like red flag number one? It's been over a year and there's no sign of a Battlegrounds releasing. There's not even been actual gameplay footage, legitimate gameplay footage of this so-called Battlegrounds game. How long does it actually take to make a Battlegrounds game? Does it take over a year to make a Battlegrounds game, chat? It does not. Okay, cool. If it's taken over a year to make a Battlegrounds game, not a battle arena game, a Battlegrounds game, how long do you think it's going to take an RPG version of that game to be made? We're talking about 5-6 years. We're talking GTA development time for the RPG version of this game. It's never coming. Okay, so now that we're on the same page, recently something happened with the development team of Arise, and the developers have been scamming each other. They've been conning each other out of money, and obviously this is going to end up halting development. And guess what? Ultimately, it's going to take even longer for the Battlegrounds version of the game to come out than it already was. Whoop-de woo-woo-woo. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Surprising, right? I was aware of this whole situation back when it originally happened, with the documents and people going on Discord. I mean, there's even two separate Discord servers now. There's the original Arise server, which the main developer left, and he made a new Arise server, and that I'm inside of both of them, but I don't want to check my Discord, so I will leave links in the description to both of them, I guess, if I end up doing that. And recently the main owner actually made a video explaining the whole situation. Now, I was going to make a video describing both sides of the situation because I have information on both of them. I have both the docs that the owners released, but I actually don't care. I don't care about Arise that much to cover it. I don't care. I think it would be a waste of time investing my time into making a video on a Battlegrounds game that's never gonna release. So yeah, but since the owner actually made a video detailing everything, I decided why not actually just react to it so we can get a breakdown and I don't have to actually do any work. W. So without further ado, we're actually going to be reacting to it. It is a pretty long video, so I apologize for the long intro. Just wanted to give you guys a quick background as to everything. Been keeping track of Arise for a very long time. I even wrote a script, a very long script. It's got about 1,000 words, 1,000 characters, of what Arise is and like the reason why the game failed, because I predicted the game to fail, as I do every Roblox game. But the script still exists. I wrote this script at the start of the year. We're at the end of the year, so it's kind of funny that we still don't have the Battlegrounds. Let's get into the video. Okay, so we're with the man, the myth, the legend himself. Now, before we get into this video, I don't want to see any racism in the comment section down below. I know you guys are gonna say, oh, he sounds like Alfrex. Oh, he sounds like Revolver. He sounds like you, Revolver. Shut up. shut up. Okay, so I'm gonna hit the like button, and I'm gonna subscribe. Why not? Arise is never coming out anyways, and yeah. Before we do anything, let me just see. No copyright music. Okay, cool. I'm glad.
Come to your decision. Just know this: Vort, my co-owner, stole X amount of money from several different people. Even as I am sitting right here, I have received.
Okay, so I think he changed the name of the Discord server. I mean, like, he made a new Discord server to the Arise one, so I think he changed the name of Arise to something else.
Text messages.
Let's see. You made those, bro. Vort has stolen my $400. Really? Yeah. I thought it was a lie, but he stole it. Vort said to show some sneaks early.
From users on Discord saying that Vort scammed them. $400, $200, $20, $4,000. There's different amounts. This guy has factually stolen money from people. So before I continue, I just want
I won't pause anymore because this is a 30-minute video. But guys, since the dawn of time, Roblox developers have been scamming each other and communities. When will this actually end? And I don't think it ever will end because Roblox doesn't actually do anything to scammers. It's like you're allowed to scam on Roblox. So if you don't get in trouble for scamming, these guys are just going to keep doing it, bro. And welcome to Roblox, bro. Welcome to Roblox moment.
Guys, I just want anyone watching this to know that Vort has stolen money from a bunch of people that I didn't even know about. I'm finding out about it today. Okay, now let's begin. So, where do I even start with this? How do I even start this whole...
So how long has this been going on for? Like, how long has Vort been stealing money and embezzling funds from Arise?
Okay, so when I went to... There was a time in March. Since this is going to be a long video, I'll just talk in depth. In March this year, 2025, I came back from Morocco. When I came back, I had a bunch of messages from people telling me that developers had not been paid. Right. So I was confused, and you know, my payments come from Vort. So what I mean by that is he will tell me, this person needs to be paid, this person needs to be paid, and I'll send him the money. So he told me that the VFX artist at the time, also I have all the evidence, all the pictures, everything, the documents are down below. I have everything. I don't hide anything. I'm not afraid of anything. So any questions, it's all below. The VFX artist needed to be paid. So cool. I asked him how much the guy needs to be paid. He told me like X amount, like £2,500. Fine. So here's the thing.
That's almost 3,000. That's over $3,000, chat.
America, right? He lives in America. So
2,500. That's over 300.
So Vort asked me
that's over
pounds.
3,000.
So in the picture, there will be a picture on the screen right now. If the VFX artist lives in America, why are we paying him in pounds? Why did Vort ask me for pounds? Right, so one of my team members, Kay, did an investigation and found out that basically Vort had been doing this to multiple.
Ooh, do you know why that's smart? Right, let's say an American VFX artist is being paid 2,500, right? Pounds. Oh no, sorry, dollars, right? $2,500. He asks, yo, I need to pay the VFX artist 2,500 pounds, right? So he gets the pounds, right? 2,500, and $2,500 converted into pounds is like 3,100 ish, or 3,000, or about 2.9 thousand, right? So that would mean Vort would pocket in an extra 4, 3, 5, or maybe even 600. 600 pounds. So I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy. That's smart, but that's crazy.
Asking me for British pounds, right, and then paying the developers in dollars.
Yes, our currency is stronger than the US dollar.
So
because America's economy is trash.
When confronted, so this is true, by the way. So this is not allegedly. Vort admitted to this. Vort said, if you don't believe me, you can ask Vort himself. You can ask Vort himself. You can look at the documents. Vort then said that the reason he was doing that was that he wanted to pay developers extra money for motivation. In Vort's own words, he called it happy payments. In my life, I've never heard the word happy payments before. So Vort said he was paying developers happy payments to receive the money. The developers themselves can also confirm that they got extra payments. Also, guys, me personally, I don't know what a person needs motivation for. If you're being paid 3K, 6K, 7K to do a job, I don't know why you would need an extra $500 or this and that. But
No,
that's not my business.
facts.
So Vort had been doing this for some time, so he was stealing money from me without asking me. Now, I personally, if he told me, Don, we need an extra 1K, an extra $500 to pay X person, I would do it. There's no problem with that. But like I said, Vort did it and went behind my back and he stole money from me. It's a dishonesty completely, the dishonesty. We then later found out that Vort was collecting payments from users. So what this means is that if you're like a member of the server, you're an Arise member, let's say for example you wanted a role or special tag in the game or in the server, you would then message Vort. You're supposed to message me, but you'd
Special tag in the game that doesn't exist.
A lot of people message Vort, so you'd message Vort, ask him for that role. He'll tell you, I don't know, he'll tell you, if you want this role, you have to pay him $500, $1,000. And they would pay him the role for something in the server. He would do it and he would not tell us. You know, so he'd pocket that money for himself. From estimated guesses, from what I've heard from people in the team, during that period, Vort is the only person that was making a bunch of money from the game. He's made thousands of dollars from the game without telling us. I didn't know about this, by the way, so I found out later on.
He's made money from a game that doesn't exist.
The biggest thing that I think
That's
that
crazy.
really took me to a different level is when
Have y'all played
I got
Arise?
a message from somebody. I'll post a picture of the message right now on the screen. Basically, a person had said that Vort had collected 4,000 USD from him for a Minecraft advertisement on our Arise server. And that advertisement was never officially done. It was never done. So Vort basically...
Okay, wait, hold on. Vort? I'm gonna pause. You took 4K. All you had to do was post the link to the Minecraft server inside of the Arise server, and you didn't do it? The easiest 4K of your life, and you decided to scam? Oh my days. Roblox developers piss me off, bro. You guys give these guys money for no reason. Let me promote your game for 4K, nigga. Oh my god, I'm irritated. What the heck? There's no reason to even scam out of the 4K. Just post the link to the server and you go about your day, bro.
He took the money and ran away. Till today, I don't know what Vort spent the money on. Maybe you guys can tell me, but I don't know what he spent the money on. When confronted, apparently Vort said he used the money to pay developers. He told me that he had already spent the money. He didn't tell me what he spent it on. So my point is, we now know that Vort is a liar, a scammer, a thief, and just an overall criminal. That's my honest opinion of the situation. So the problem with this is at the time we already had a contract in place. The reason the contract was put in place, the contract is on the screen right now as you can see. I set up a contract once I found out that Vort had been stealing money from me because unfortunately he came up with the game idea initially. So because of that, I don't want to kick somebody off the team like that. It wouldn't be fair. And he has control of the Discord server and the Roblox group. So basically if Vort wants to, at any point he can just kick me out. At any point, Vort can just kick me out.
That would go against the contract.
Nobody in the Arise development team trusted Vort. We were all worried that like the moment we dropped the game, Vort is going to just kick us out and just keep all the money to himself. So everybody was on their toes. We just didn't know how to do this because there's no way he's going to transfer ownership to me. He knows that if he does that, he's useless. We don't need him anymore. I funded the entire game. I built the entire marketing system. Arise is known because of me. Vort has done nothing to bring this game to life. Literally nothing.
That's actually true. I didn't know who Vort was until this whole situation.
Nothing. He sat on his ass doing absolutely nothing while we worked out. Bro, we were traveling to different countries. Marketing this game. We were doing all sorts of things to market the game. Vort did absolutely nothing and he's claiming the credit for it right now. So what happened, if you guys read the document, I recommend you read the document because I'm just going to summarize what happened here. So on the 28th of November, I had enough because at this point, I'd been waking up at 6 a.m. every single day. Me and another person on the team called Josh. We've been waking up at 6 a.m. every day. I was scripting the game. We were trying to get stuff done and Vort was not doing anything at all. I asked him to look for a builder. He couldn't find the builder. So I came back and I found the builder in literally a few hours. So if you are unable to do the job that you've been tasked to do as the co-owner, what purpose do you have to serve in this game? What is your purpose in this game? Zero. You didn't pay for the game. You didn't market the game. You didn't do anything. If anything, you slowed down the game. So why are you in this game? That's my honest opinion. Why is he in the game? He did absolutely nothing. The only reason Vort still exists inside that game is because of me. Every single developer wanted him gone. Every single developer wanted Vort gone from the game. They did not trust him. The only reason, right, that he was still in that the only reason that he was still in that game was because of me making sure that I didn't want him to lose out, basically. And do you know why? Because when I met Vort in 2024 for the first time, he sent me a text message after the first time that I saw him. So I went to London, I took him out, I met all the Arise developers. Vort stayed with me for a week in London for the first time. And, you know, I made sure everybody was good. I saw him, I met his mother, I've met his brother. I thought that Vort was a good person and just a person that, you know, needed good guidance. So I just thought the best thing to do was to keep this guy close and make sure he doesn't make a mistake and just bring him along. And he sent me this text message. Vort does not think I have all these. By the way, another thing I want to say, guys, I have all the transcripts of every single conversation I ever had with Vort.
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of funny.
Anything, I have all the transcripts. So if you see on the screen right now, this is the text message. As you can see, that's quite of a personal.
Gentlemen, person, spend a week with you, man, especially bright, funny guys. Thank you for taking care of me and the boys. Really appreciate it. Not extremely well. I'm proud of you.
Heartfelt message he sent to me. Other than that, there was nothing else.
This game's been in development for so long, chat. This joint's never coming out.
And so on the 28th of October, on the 28th of November, which was a few days ago, I told Vort to hand over the ownership of the server to me because I had just been tired of, like, you know, his behavior. He said no, he refused. And obviously I said, if that's the situation, then fine. Let's continue making this game, but once the game is out, we will volume, yeah? So I asked for, so on the 28th of November, I asked Vort to transfer ownership of the Roblox group to me. He can keep the server. I also built both of these things, by the way. If you guys know, you've seen my videos, I built both of these things. There's no reason he should own any of them in reality. I built this, it was me. But he refused. He didn't want to give me the Roblox group or the server. So he didn't want to give me anything. You understand? Because he knows that if he gives me something, I can kick him out. So he did not want to pass over anything to me. So I said, okay, if that's the case, I now see where you stand. I now see that me and you are enemies. We are not co-workers. Because if you're co-workers or co-owners, you would hand something over to me. How can you claim that we are 50-50, yet you own the Roblox group and the server that I built, right? Without me, Vort would be a nobody. And this is not me being rude. This is genuinely not me being rude. Look at the text messages right now. He messaged me first, asking me to work on a game with him. I said, okay. He also lied to me in the initial stages, telling me that the entire game would cost £800. That's what he said to me. Look at the screen. You can see right now. He told me the entire game would cost £800. I said to him, what's the catch? I'm a game developer. I've made games before. What's the catch? I've never heard of a game costing £800 in my entire life. Vort told me it'll only cost £800. That it did not cost £800. I've spent easily, if I factor in the marketing costs, the travels, all the things I've done in relation to growing Arise, I've spent easily over 60K. Easily. Right? So he completely lied to me. And he did say this to me. He also told me that, this was his exact words. I have no way of proving this because this was a phone call. So you just have to take my word for it. Once again, I have no reason to lie. But this is exactly what he said. He said, and I quote, I didn't lie to you, but I knew that if I told you the price, the actual price, you wouldn't have invested, which is true. Look at the screen. Look at what I said. Look at what I said right here. I said, how much is it going to cost? Because I'm working on a lot of games right now, meaning I don't have that much money. If the money that he needed was over a certain amount, I would not have invested. And he knows this. So he then lied to me so that I joined. He said it himself, and look at the screenshots. Everything is there. So point of the matter is, Vort lied to me, Vort stole from me, and Vort has stolen from a bunch of other people, and that's why we're in this situation today. So now people might be wondering, what's the drama? How did this drama start? So I woke up, was it yesterday? I don't know what day it was. I think it was the 30th. I woke up on the 30th. I'm just minding my business. All of a sudden I get like 10 phone calls, 10 messages from my whole team saying, Vort is running the back door. Vort is like removing us, this and that. I go onto Discord. Permissions are gone. I have no permissions. I can't comment, I can't do anything. He's basically kicked us all from the server. He's just like, it went on an attack. The reason for this, by the way, is he said that I gave him 24 hours. I gave him, so what happened was, we decided we wanted to split. The whole team wanted to come with me and split. We then also wanted to just completely just disappear and just have nothing to do with him. So I said to Vort, by the way, they also wanted to run a back door. What I mean by run a back door is, they didn't trust Vort. because they thought that Vort would not let us like leave peacefully. So they wanted to basically spam the server with our new information so that we could get more followers before he kicks us out. I said no. I said, let me message Vort first. Let me give him the chance to make this right. Let me tell him, Vort, I don't want to work with you again. I wish you the best, but I don't want to work with you again. So I'm going to take the team. We're going to go here and continue our rise. And you can do whatever the hell you want to do with the server that I built. You can keep that since you claim to be the big developer that you are. So you can keep that. Vort did not respond to me. Look at the screen right now. There's no response. So we are here waiting from 6 p.m. till midnight. Vort does not respond to us. And when he does, it's like just a one-word sentence. And then eventually, we got tired of it. The next day, we're sitting here waiting for a response from him. And he says, so I just said to him, as you can see his name, I don't want to say it, even though he's out here revealing personal information, I don't want to say his name, but as you can see from the screenshot, I said, you have 24 hours to respond. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that you don't want to do this nicely. So I'm going to then take an action in that way. That's me still giving him time to act. So a few hours pass, and then next thing you know...
I'm not going to lie, I'm going to pause. So far, I mean, you would have thought you would have known this, right? But at the same time, I guess he wouldn't know this because he built a real relationship with him. But you cannot trust Roblox developers. I'm glad he's seeing this, right? But you cannot trust Roblox developers. There's a handful of genuine, honest Roblox developers. A handful of them. Genuine, honest developers. There's literally a handful of them.
Explosion. Vort removes everybody from the server. All of us, the development team, removes our roles. He just basically just goes on a hissy fit. Just goes crazy. And so that's how that whole situation happened. And then all of a sudden, we just had to make our new Discord server. And that's how we survived, by sharing my document around. So all this information about, I don't know what Vort has said. I think he made a document. I can address Vort's document right now. Let me actually do that. Because I have, also one more thing. I ran a space on my new server. I told Vort to join. He just ignored it. I told his friends to join. His friends joined. They defended him, and they still lost. So it's even funny because one of the posts that, as you can see on the screen right now, this is a post that this is a post that the previous community manager of Arise had done. You see here how he says that he leans towards Vort's side. I didn't message the guy. I have the guy's WhatsApp. I messaged the guy directly, and we had a conversation. The guy took it down, and he's now left Vort's team. He's now left the entire team of Arise. So clearly, there must be something isn't right here. Nobody's on Vort's side. No one is on Vort's side at all. So let me actually go through his document if I can find it. As I was about to show you guys the document, I just received a DM from somebody called Spar Kraken. I'm gonna put a screenshot of the DM right now on the screen. As you guys can see this, he says, I was someone Vort scammed for 500 USD. Now that it has come to light that Vort was a scammer, since people didn't believe me, can I have the roles that I purchased or something? You got this? Guys, I don't even need to do anything. I literally don't even need to do it. Look at this. Look at the screen right now. As I'm talking to you right now, I just received this message. I don't know what else to say, but let's actually go through, and there's more. There's way more. Once again, if any of you guys have been scammed by Vort or you paid Vort money personally, come forward, send me a direct message so I can see how I can try to either compensate you on behalf of him, even though I don't need to. I'm only doing that because I feel like with my name being attached to Arise, I feel like it's something I should try to do. So if you paid for a role, I'm going to make sure you get that role. I'm still making Arise. Arise is not affected in any shape or form. We're going to change the name though. But like, if you paid for a role, just message me. You'll get your role. You know, I don't know what Vort is doing, but I'll make sure you get your role. Okay, so as you guys can see this, this thing on the screen right now. This is Vort's document, right? So I'm not even sure if I should address this because Anthony is doing his own video on this, and I've already addressed it there, but I'm gonna address it here. We're gonna skip the first part of this whole thing because basically what it was is when I was 16 and I met this person, he told me he wanted to make like an RPG game on Kickstarter. So I said, okay, you know, I'm trying to make money. I'm young, I'm trying to make money. I make mistakes. You know, people make mistakes when they're young. I was younger than Vort was at this time, far younger than he was at this time. So he said, let's make a game. I said, okay, cool. He said, make the Kickstarter page. I made the Kickstarter page. The next day, the guy tells me he doesn't want to make the game anymore. So he says, close down the page. We closed it down. That's it. I think somehow we got posted on Reddit, and that's that. I'm not going to post the link here because it has like personal information, but you've seen the document. You've already seen what it is. Move forward. Money issue. I love this. I've already addressed this in Anthony's video, but I'm going to address it here for you guys. Vort says, let me read this out. He says, as you guys can see on the screen anyway, firstly, I'd like to clear up the money stealing issue that Don Senti is going around telling people, saying I, Vort, stole money from him. So he then says, all the money claimed to be embezzling was sent towards developers making progress to Rise. He didn't say he didn't steal the money. He didn't say he didn't embezzle. Do you see what I'm saying? He said all the money claimed to be embezzled, meaning that he did receive that money, but he's just saying that the money went towards developers of Arise. This is what he said to me personally. So he never denied embezzling the money. Also, look on the screen here. Anthony made a video on this, but I'll show you again. Look at the screen right now. This is a screenshot of a transaction I sent to Vort. Look what it says here. It says VFX payment. You see that? This is Vort's PayPal email, and this is the amount. You see, it's British pounds. So why is he sending our American VFX artist British pounds? So, and here he's not denying.
I'm not gonna lie, that is crazy. He didn't even embezzle the money. He gave him extra money. Because if he sent 2.5 and British pounds, he got over $3,000.
So Vort did embezzle money from us. He's not denying it. He's not denied it at all. Okay, next payment. Payment to Atlas, the original VFX maker who left the team when project management shifted from Vort to JS and Korea. And he says the same thing about Sinna right here, as you can see. Another reason is the guys left the team because they didn't like Vort's management. He didn't mention that here. They left the team because they didn't like his management. They were ignoring him. Vort currently has Atlas and Sinna blocked because they didn't respond to him on time and they didn't like his beat. They just didn't like him as a manager. Furthermore, blaming Vort that he didn't fund any of the game is quite senseless when the whole original contract was based on a 50-50 split where Senti funds and Vort gives the idea and the very concept of Arise to manage it. Where was the, is the 50-50 contract in the room with us? Because I've not seen it. When we started, as you can see from this screenshot here and this message here, there was no original contract. I brought a contract, the first original contract in November 2024, which was a 60-40 split with me and Vort because I felt like he was going to steal the game from me. He managed to convince me that he wouldn't steal it from me, so I then cancelled the contract idea. That was the first contract, but he didn't even sign that. And Vort does not want to sign contracts. He avoids contracts. I have nothing to hide.
I know there's a meeting coming out lately about contracts. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of how this whole contract situation is being handled. My percentage was already reduced without prior notice. I didn't even push back on it. Anyone that says something like this, you have to be cautious with them. If they're scared to sign a contract, it literally just means, hey, I plan to scam you at some point, or I plan to do something that would breach the contract that's being made at some point. So I don't want to be in a contract. The way contract has been approached at Riot seems off every time. I feel like I'm being pressured into signing it. I mean, that's why you're meant to read the contract, and if you agree with the terms, you sign it, and if you don't, for whatever reason you wouldn't, you don't. I've mentioned before that contracts weren't necessary if I really wanted to slime you out. See what I mean? Look at the language, slime you out. No, you literally have socials to take me down. Socials to take me down? Come on now. I get that contracts are a secure thing on your end, but part of the so-called funds are what have I actually done to warrant all this? This is like when a poor girl marries a rich man and doesn't want to sign the prenup. Legitimately, the layout of it. You're seeing Vort. I'm gonna behave like a gold digger right now, chat.
Not afraid of anything. So the contract says we both own everything 50-50. Everything. Is that not a good deal? If you, I don't know what his issue with the contracts is, but he didn't want to sign any contract. So I don't know what he's talking about here. Next, he says this is completely false. It would be the developers sending invoices to Don Senti, and Don Senti will send them via check-in, everything only a couple of times, blah, 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 blah. The thing with this is that how it works is Vort would tell me this person needs this payment. He would then tell them to either send me an invoice or he would then send me the invoice himself. He'd be collecting a lot of the payments himself. So I'd pay him. So what he did with that money, I was assuming, granted, it's my fault. I shouldn't have trusted somebody like that randomly. It is my fault, 100%. I take full responsibility for that. But he then, literally, he would collect the payments and pay the developers. That's what he told me. And we're not even going to get into the fact that some developers told me that they didn't receive full payments, but that's a different story. So mindless owner, this point is very, very silly. He says, I'm a mindless owner. He said that at the point it felt that Senti wouldn't even have a voice for himself and would convey what JS and K wanted, whether it was full project management rights or for him to act along the stage developers. Bro, I'll be completely honest, I have a lot of stuff I'm doing on the sidelines. I don't have time to sit here and micromanage every single thing in the Arise development server. So we have 2 other people who can do that for me. I don't see the reason why I need to sit there and investigate every little thing. If I'm supposed to have 3 competent people, I don't see why I have to be there 24/7. So calling me a mindless owner, I don't know what that means, man. Contract issue. Senti would always force me to sign numerous contracts. However, at one point, when he realized I wouldn't sign the ownership transfer contract, he just announced that all contracts signed till this point are null. Yeah, buddy, that's not how contracts work. But if we go along that logic, and since you have already been dropping my face, I guess I'll drop your name in the section down below. Now, this is quite interesting to me because Vort says I've been dropping his face. I'm so curious because the only thing I have of Vort online is the first podcast all of us did. Every single person in the Arise team did when I first met them in June 2024. And you can see, it's literally the first video on my YouTube channel. And I'll post a link to it right now. And you can see there's all of us in this room right now in the picture. So how is this drop in his face? He's making it sound like it's a solo thing where I was like exposing his face.
It's consensual. Completely
consensual. And even if it wasn't consensual, say for example, he did not consent to that, right? Say he did not consent to that. There's about 6 people in that video. Which one is Vort?
Look at all these British dogs. Look at these British dogs. Look at these British dogs. Now nothing surprises me anymore. You feel what I'm saying? Nothing surprises me anymore. Which one is Vort? I would assume this or this. These 2 look like someone that would slime, quote unquote, slime out. Look at these British dogs.
Like, I can show you the video right now. Which one is Vort? You don't know who Vort is. They don't know who Vort is. There's no, like, how do we know who Vort is? We don't even, no one says, this is Vort, this is Don, this is Josh. No one, the only person that's known there is me. So, okay, cool. But then I'm going to post a video right now, as you guys can see. Basically, I used to visit Vort quite often in his university accommodation just to check up on him and stuff. So there was one time I was there and I came up with the idea that we should do vlogs for every member of the team. So I was like, let's do episode 1, Vort, episode 2, Don Senti. So Vort was completely fine with it. And I'm going to play a quick video.
Okay, so Vort was... Wait, Vort? Which one was Vort? Vort was this one. Tragic. It's a shame. It's a shame my people them don't know how to dress.
His face in it. So Vort told me that he was okay with this. So what do you mean I've been posting your face? Because I didn't even post this. So what does that mean by since you have been dropping my face? I have never dropped your face without your permission. What does that mean? I'm so confused. Man. What does that mean, Vort? Okay.
It's Vort. You sold the bag, man. You see one thing about I want to say black people. But you want to see one thing, let's just keep it as Roblox developers. You want to see one thing about what Roblox developers, a lot of these guys are short-minded and short-sighted. Now imagine Vort didn't do all of this, right? Let's imagine a world where Vort didn't do any of this. And Arise potentially came out at some point of time, right? I don't think this game's ever releasing. But let's say Arise did come out at some point of time. With the hype that this game generated initially, right? The members on the Discord, boom, it gained a lot of traffic. And the hype that would be surrounded around a solo leveling inspired game. Let's imagine the game is decent. The hype that would be generated from a solo leveling inspired game actually releasing on the platform. This game would have generated a lot of money. Multi-millions worth of Robux. If Vort had kept his greed to a minimum, stayed down till he came up, and clearly, I don't know where this guy got Vort from. He's clearly inexperienced as a developer or game manager or anything of the sort, right? If you had stayed down until the come up, you see one thing about greed, ooh, it's sickening. If you had stayed down, bro, you already the vision was already there. The hype was already there. You have the player base. You can see other people from outside of the Discord server are willing to pay $4,000 plus just to promote their games inside of the Discord server. Now imagine the Discord server grows after the game comes out. What do you think 4,000 for promo would be? It would probably be 8K plus. If you had not been so short-sighted and short-minded, you would be rolling in dough. You would have been rolling in dough. But you went ahead and fucked up. You thought you were bigger than the program. You 50-50 contract is good. Vort, you done fucked up, bro. I can't lie to you. Now, is this game ever going to come out? At this point, God knows. I don't think so. But at the same time, we got to start using our heads. Let's start using our heads, bro.
Anyways, he says financial reality. Man, it's cold in here. It says financial reality. As we said above, the embezzlement is all false. I still did contribute money, despite the promise being he would fund the whole game. What money did you contribute, bro? What money did you... He says, I'm assuming the secret payments. Again, he's not denying it. He's not denying that he sent secret payments. This document is just basically saying, yeah, guys, I did bad, but don't do this. So yeah, he didn't contribute basically anything. It was like, what? Maybe he paid like $20 or something. Oh wait, Josh is calling me. Yo, you're right.
Yo, bro, how you doing?
I'm literally filming the video for I'm in the studio right now. Do you want to say anything? They can hear you. Like you're on what you call it, camera.
Shout out the team, bro. Shout out to guys.
Okay, so I'm serious. What's your opinion on Vort, Josh?
My opinion. The guy should already know my opinion. Honestly, what he did was it's unforgivable. It's disgusting. And it's borderline inhumane.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I will call you back after this recording, bro.
But in a big game.
Yeah. Okay, and then marketing. I'm not even sure if I should even address this marketing aspect. I don't even know if I should address it. Should I? But like, Arise is known because of me. When you think of Arise Roblox, you think of my face. You don't think of Vort. Do you guys even know what Vort looks like? But when you think of Arise, you think of me. I don't even like. I have one video on TikTok.
No, 100%. That's standard.
That has like 6 million views. I have one video on what do you call it, Instagram that has what 9 million views. Please, I don't even need to go down the marketing aspect. Arise is known because of me. I spent thousands of pounds advertising this game. I spent time. I've lost friends because of this game. The amount of stuff I've had to do to make this game pop the way it did. It's insane. Just
Even
for
though
Vort
the
to tell
game's
me that
not
my
out.
efforts are basically useless and I didn't really contribute that much. That's quite crazy to me, but we'll just have to move.
The main thing is the
5,
game's
Senti,
not out.
this is the same thing he's talking about, the first one. Senti would... Senti Steam game scam. Senti would always glaze over his Steam games. However, when you really look into it, ask him about it, there would never be any games released, probably because he was scamming them too. Look at the Reddit link below. If you look at the link, it contains his name and he puts my real life name in there. Question. So, Vort claims to know this, right? If I'm a scammer, Vort, why did you work with me? Why did you continue working with me? Why did you collect my money? Why were you asking me for money? Why were you asking me to come and spend time with you? When you were moving out of your university accommodation this year, did you not ask me to come and help you? Did you? That's why I was there. Now I think about it, that's why I was there. Also, Vort, since I'm such a bad guy, I'm a scammer and stuff like that, and you know, I had nothing but bad intentions to scam you. You see this video right now? That's you, isn't it? That's your brother, isn't it? So why are we eating dinner? Why did we go out to have pizza? You see this video right now? That's you, isn't it?
No, one thing, right? Never get too up close and personal with anyone, especially in the business side of things, right? Because when situations like this happen, everything you've done for them personally goes out the window. You feel what I'm saying? Keep it strictly business. Don't be too friendly. That's why even when I'm talking to developers in the DMs, I try not to, like, let's cut the small talk and go straight to business. There are a handful of developers I genuinely do like having conversations with, but even then, it's always about the game. We have no reason to discuss anything super personal. You know what I'm saying? And again, there's a handful of developers where this doesn't apply. And when I say handful, I mean like a fingerful, a finger or two full. But at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, things will go left, right? And when you mix up business and personal, when the business side comes up, it'll always eventually get messy because people are gonna have to keep it real. And when you keep it real with someone that you've built a personal relationship with, they're gonna take offense to things. They're gonna take it personally, even though it's not personal. And I've noticed a lot of developers, even when I make my videos critiquing their games, even though we don't have a personal relationship, still take it personally. Do you feel what I'm saying? So you cannot build personal relationships. And again, I'm not even talking about YouTuber to developer. I'm even talking developer to developer. Unless it's someone you've grown up with in real life, do not mix the personal with the business. I don't give a fuck. I said, my bad for cussing, but that's just real.
That's your brother, isn't it? So why are we eating dinner? Why did we go out to have lovely steak and lamb chops? I'm confused. Why would I take you out for food if I'm such a bad guy and I had no intentions but to scam you? I'm confused. And then I also dropped you guys back all the way back. And I'm so confused. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. If I'm such a bad guy, why did you continue to work with me? Why did you collect money from me? Why did you do all that? If I'm such a scammer and I'm such a liar and things like that. Anyway, we will continue. What's next? He says, what's next? Arise will go back to its original management where it was, he says, Arise will go back to its original management where it was actually showing steady progress and results. Until March.
Arise was never showing any progress or results anywhere. So I'm not too sure about that statement. Also, if the main developer is now not working with the developer, which is Vort, that actually was sitting back not doing anything, whatever side of the development team that's still with Vort is not going to actually make progress because where the funds going to come from. This is the money man. This is the guy making the gears turn. If the man who's making the gears turn isn't associated with the man that was sitting back, I wouldn't say leeching, but sitting back doing nothing and still getting a percentage, right? What do you think is going to happen with the development team that stayed with Vort and the development team that goes with the money man? You feel what I'm saying? Let's stop being stupid. Vort, I'm not going to lie. If I were you, I'll grovel on my knees and apologize because you fucked up. I feel like people really do forget their place in certain situations. And this isn't even me glazing. I don't give a F about Arise. This game's never releasing. But if you want to be realistic here, when people think they're bigger than the program, the end result will always show itself. You guys probably think, oh, what is this Revolver guy chatting about? I promise you wait and see. So, hey man, all I can say is Vort and whatever developers are still associated with Vort, I would genuinely just go apologize. That's the only thing you could do. And if bro is nice enough to take you back, not only is he stupid, but he's a troll. But you know what I mean? I feel like you gotta cross your fingers and pray he takes you back. You guys have, without him, you guys have nothing. Where's the funds gonna come from? Vort can't afford to fund the game. Because I'm very sure now that they've split, Vort's gonna make his own version of Arise. And Santi's gonna make his own version of Arise. And probably change the name up and them things there. Use your common sense. Use your common sense. Vort is still a university student. Where's he getting the funds from? From his tuition that he gets once every 3 months. From the SFE, student finance, that he has to pay his bills with. Come on, man. Stop being dumb, man.
2025. So the game started development in March 2024. From March 2024 till March 2025, there was no test in place to actually play the game. The reason we have a test in place is because K joined the team. And K made sure that we had a test in place that we could actually play. Right? Before that, again, I have no way of proving this because it was on a phone call, but there was a time in December 2024 that Vort told me, no, he told us this in March, but he told me that in December there was a point that the game was not moving forward. Do you know why? Because the developers were not responding to him. Do you know why? Because we did not have an Arise Discord server at that time. Sorry, development Discord server. It was being, the information was being passed through direct messages. So Vort was handling the game through DMs. In my life, I've never seen that done in any game development company. How can you run a game through private messages? So the only reason we have a server is because I made it. I told Vort to make the server before, but he never did. So I just had to make it myself because I didn't trust him. And when that was happening, I told Vort, please put the information in the server. Stop talking in direct messages. What does Vort do? Continues to talk in direct messages. And that's why the game slowed down. Number 7, Kennedy. I really want to hear what Vort has to say about this. As I have told Senti multiple times, but his thick head can't comprehend it. What happened between my head is not thick, guys. What happened between me and Kennedy is on a personal basis. The legal issues, if there even are any, only extend to me and not arise as a corporation. Hold on. Let me explain this for anybody who doesn't know the situation. Kennedy runs a Minecraft Arise solo leveling server, something like that, or solo leveling server. He asked Vort if Vort could do a promotion for the Minecraft game in our server. Vort said yes. Vort collected 4,000 USD from Kennedy, right? And he did not deliver on his promise to Kennedy, and he did not give Kennedy his money back. Kennedy contacted Vort for around 5 months. Vort ignored him for 5 months and did not pay him the money back. When asked about the money, Vort said he had spent the money already. So Kennedy had no choice but to contact me. This is the screenshot. As you guys can see.
I'm gonna read it this time. To Vort for a short time, for a short time he said he'll pay me back, but it's been over 5 months. He keeps saying nothing will happen. Escalate the matter, formal complaint authorities to his country. I absolutely bring it to Roblox and inform. See, Kennedy, this is the problem, right? And this is why Vort's gonna get away with stealing 4K from you. Roblox can't do anything about you doing a transaction off the platform. This was an off-platform Discord associated transaction. Even the authorities is going to be sticky for them to even do anything. You lost 4K. You lost 4K and Vort's gonna get away with it. You literally have nothing that you could do that would Vort would actually get in trouble for. Nothing. Literally nothing. I don't even think Discord will terminate his account. You got scammed out 4K. GG's. I just want to keep it real. The type of business you guys are conducting with evidence, I don't want to love to be paid back. You're not getting paid back. All of us involved, if you don't believe me, message him. He does owe me. Isn't some random BS message. Cool. So the only thing that doesn't really hold up in the story is I thought Vort was meant to promo. This says lend. And then says something about Vort paying back. Vort's not going to be able to pay you back 4K. I don't know why you lent out 4K. And if it was for a promo and Vort didn't do it, Vort's an idiot. And Kennedy, you got scammed. I don't know how to tell you other than you got scammed. There's nothing Roblox is going to do about this situation. I doubt Discord is going to take any action against this situation. And you think the authorities, you think the UK police is going to do anything? You're in for a shock. You're having a laugh, mate. Let's
read it yourself. You can see what he says.
You got scammed.
Like I said, I don't even know what else I need to say. He said potential embezzlement, not sure what the situation is, but he bought percentage out of Rise and things we know of. This is the most pointless. As other people have said, this document looks like it was written by a child. Tried to ruin my... Yeah, I want to address this one because everyone's talking about this, saying so Vort said that I used AI to fake things to market the game as content. Vort sent me a picture of a dragon one time. He sent me a picture of a dragon. And I've done this twice. So the fact that he didn't even point out the second one is very interesting to me. So he sent me a picture of this dragon. It's a model that our modeler was making, right? So I was bored one day. I had some free time and I found this AI generator called Kling AI. I took the dragon picture and I put it into the AI video and it turned it into a video of the dragon turning its head. It's like a half a second video of a dragon turning its head, and I posted it. I don't really think that that's false advertisement because we've done it. The dragon is in the game. The dragon does that. So it's not like it's not in the game. It's in the game. If you understand what I'm saying. So that's what he's talking about. And also, he told me to post it. When he talks about me using AI in my videos, he doesn't mention the fact that he approved these things. Vort, I have a question for you. Why did you approve these things? Every video I make has to go through you. Why did you approve me using AI for a video? If it's so bad, if you disagree with this, why did you approve me using it? Why did you let me use it? He also...
Hey, Santi, listen. You want to put a rise back on top? Hire me for your game. I not only want a percentage, I want an upfront payment. I can do what Don Santi didn't do plus more. No bad. And I have connections to other content creators. Hey, if you ask me, and I have contacts with other developers. If you ask me, I'm the man you need. No bad.
Talks. I don't know if he says this here, but he says this in my document where he complains about the Igris video. Quick explanation. I wanted to film content for Rise, so I did a whole showcase video for, it's an Igris video, a showcase video showing off the Igris content. So I then said, let's upload it. So I showed it to Vort to watch first. Guess what he said? Post it. He told me to post it. If I have a screenshot of it, I'll show you guys right now on the screen. He told me to post it. And then, as you can see, you can see what he says right here. He says that he told me he knew it was a bad idea, and I posted it anyway. And he did damage control. You did damage control for something you...
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This has been a 45-minute video. There's really no need for me to... keep watching. I'll be honest. So clearly he's making a new game. It's not called Arise anymore. It's called Shadowborn. I'll definitely be keeping track. I might even reach out to this guy, man. Hire me, bro. Hired some random youth in university to do nothing. You can hire me to actually do something with a real percentage. I'll sign a contract. I need an upfront payment. No bad. We can run it.